Hello everyone, you're welcome. Let's see how we can solve this beautiful radical equation. So I'm going to be solving it in two ways. So method, the first method here is that you have first method, okay, first method. So I'm going to separate this because this, and this, they are having this giant square root. Alright, so I'm going to have what? This is what I'm going to do. So this is going to be square root of 3 to the power of x, because it's only the one that is having that giant square root, then multiply by the square root. You have 9 to the power of x, then multiply by the square root, and square root of what? 81 to the power of x, then will be equals to 81. Are you following? So down from there, so we can change the square root to half. So we're going to have 3 to the power of x, okay, 3 to the power of x raised to the power of 1 over 2 times, now for this, we're going to have 9 to the power of x raised to the power of 1 over 2, and also for the last one, 1 over 2, multiplied by 81x, that is 1 over 2, and lastly 1 over 2, which is equals to 81. Are you following? So now from there, so the next thing we're going to do is that, so we're going to have 3, this x will multiply this, okay, all of this will multiply this, and all of this will multiply this, because they are power from the law of indices. Alright, so we're going to have x over 2 multiplied by 9 x over 2 times 2, that will give us 4. That is 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. We're going to have 1 over 4 multiplied by 81. Then we're going to have x times 1 times 10 times 1. This will be x over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We're going to have 8. Then equals what? Equals 81. Are you following? So now from there, so the next thing we're going to have here is that we are going to express all the bases the same. So therefore we're going to have 3x over 2 times this one will be 3 raised to the power 2, then x over 4 plus 3 raised to the power 4, that is 81, okay, then x over what? X over 8 equals 81. Alright, so moving on, we're going to have 3x over 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of 2 times x, we have 2x over 4, so that will give us what? That will give us x over 2, and we have x over 2. Are you getting it now? Then times 3, so 4x over 8, so 4 here 1, 4 here 2, so we're going to have x over 2 there too. So we have what? We have x over 2 and equals 81. So now since we are having the same basis, okay, we can just pick one from the lot of indices, then we add all the powers together. X over 2 plus x over 2 then equals what? Equals 81. So from there we have 3 to the power of x over 2 plus x over 2 plus x over 2. This is going to be 3 into x over 2, that is x over 2 3 times. Then we have 81 can be written as 3 to the power of what? 3 to the power of 4. Are you following? So now from there, we're going to have what? We're going to have 3 to the power of 3x over 2, okay, equals 3 to the power of 4. So since we are having the same basis, okay, so we are going to equate the exponent. So therefore we're going to have what? We're going to have 3x over 2 to be equals 4. Alright, so now from there, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to have what? 3x equals 2 times 4 will give us 8, divide both sides by 3. So this we cancel this, we're going to have x to be 8 over 3. 8 over 3. 8 over 3. So we have what? We have the first, that is the solution we got for the first method. So let's quickly try the second method. So we have the second what? The second method. let's see what we are going to have for the second method. Now what we're going to have for the second method is that we have what we have this to do. Now instead of us doing it separately like we did the other time, so we are going to what we are going to square the both sides. So now squaring the both sides, what are we going to have? You see that this we cancel this, so we're going to have 3x. Okay, we're going to have 3x. You take the square root of 9x, okay, multiply by the square root of 81 to the power of x. Then we're going to square the both sides again. So if you square the both sides again, okay, so we are going to have what we're going to have 3. This x we multiply the 2. This x here we multiply these 2 because they both are powers, product power law. So we're going to have 2x, alright, and that's 2. These 2 here we also affect this one here. So we are going to be left with what? We're going to be left with multiply by 9 to the power of x, okay, multiply by root 81 to the power of x, alright, equals 81 to the power of 4. Are you getting it? So moving on, the next thing we're going to do, so we are still going to square the both sides again. Now squaring the both sides again, this is what we're going to have. Let's square again. So we're going to have this 2 here, we still affect this 2 here, okay, and we also affect this one, so product power law. So we're going to have what? We're going to have 2x times 2, we're going to have 4x, then times 9 to the power of 2x, and the square will affect this one here, will be multiplied by 81 to the power of x, then equals 81 to the power of what? 4 times 2 here, so we give us 8. We're going to have 81 to the power of 8. Alright, so now from here, the next thing we're going to do, let's write this in this form. We're going to have 3 to the power of 4x multiplied by 3 to the power of 2. That is what? 9. We have 2x times 3 to the power of 4, then to the power of x equals 81 to the power of 8. Alright, so moving on, we're going to have 3 to the power of 4x multiplied by 3 to the power of 2 times 2x, we're going to have 4x, and times 3 times 4 times x, we're going to have 4x, then equals 81 to the power of 8. Now here, this 81 to the power of 8 can also be, you can also write this as 3 to the power of 4, okay, to the power of what? To the power of 8. So now here we're going to have 4x plus 4x from the law of indices plus 4x, which is equals 3. 4 times 8, that is what? That is 32. So now for the fact that you can have this to be 4x plus 4x plus 4x, that will give us what? That will give us 12x, which is equals to 3 to the power of 32. Now moving on, right? So we're going to have what? We're going to have, we create the powers, we have 12x will be equals 32. So we divide both sides by 12. This we cancel this, we're going to have s equals. So 32 divided by 12. So dividing it by 12. So if you reduce this to its lowest form, this is going to give us 8 over what? 8 over 3. So you can see that we are having the same solution but different method. So it now depends on you to decide which method you like the best or you love the most. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, kindly share to your friends so they can learn from this. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.